What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our daily chess series where we are on the ground to 2000 elo. Currently, our win rate is 16-8 and our elo is 902. Without further ado, let's get into our first game of the day. Alrighty, so we are playing black. I am going to be playing the King's Indian Open. I actually got that recommendation from one of my comments, and I've been playing it ever since, so thank you to whoever did that. Okay, so our opponent plays e4, so we got to play this d6 pawn up. The reason we do that is because as soon as I bring my knight out, we don't want this to get pushed, basically. It's kind of just a defender. If he does do the double pawn, and then I do this, and then he pushes it, after trades, we trade the queens. There's a couple other lines, but that is the one that I do. So our opponent actually does say member offline, and they are from the United Kingdom, so I'm not sure what's happening over there. He might have gotten booted offline. I swear it wasn't me. But if so, that would probably just be a free win. I wonder how long does it take to auto-resign? Wouldn't it say it by his name? I wonder why it's not auto-resigning. I don't know. Oh my gosh, our opponent finally makes his move. After 2 minutes wasted on the clock. Now we're looking to play this g6 pawn up and then bring our bishop out to g7. And then after that, we're just looking at castle, and then we advance our attack in the center of the board. Okay, that knight does not scare us. Yes, it does scare us. I completely brain farted. Bro, I did not see that move. Are you kidding me? Okay. At the end of the day, whatever, dude. It's alright. He's gonna take this. We're gonna take back. I don't have to take back immediately, though, because his knight is kind of in purgatory over here. Never mind, he can just go back here. So let's go ahead and take. We are gonna castle alongside this game, then. Sorry if you hear my cat going crazy right here. She just wants some pets. Okay, so he actually did leave this hanging. And then I could do something interesting. Like bring this out and then look for this. Or actually just mate him. So I think that's the line we're going to go for. Next move is this, and then that's just checkmate. Bro, Ari, oh my goodness. You're being crazy right now. Okay, let's see. So there is this, and then after he brings his bishop up, I can actually bring my knight out, and then this is another free pawn. So I do like this line. Okay, and now we are going to bring our knight out, and if he takes, we take. Okay, so I think the better line is actually taking here, and then after takes. That kind of... No, I don't think that is the better line, actually. I think just taking the pawn, and then after takes. And then he doesn't have any checks unless he sacks his bishop. And then after takes, he's still going to take because my queen is guarding. So I think we're just going to take the free pawn. Okay, so we do have to do something about this knight in the middle, so I might just do this. No, I think it's fine for now, but what if he does this? Then that would not be fine. I am actually okay to move it, because it would just be a queen trade at that point, which probably isn't ideal in our situation. But we are even on points. He's only up on pawns. Wait, no, that's not true. He is, I lost my rook to him. We're even on pieces, but not even on piece value. So I think I'm going to play this pawn up here. Okay, so he actually decides to take my knight, which I'm actually fine with. My king is in the middle of the board. This is kind of getting scary, but we're going to play this move. He's probably going to play something like that. Threaten checkmate, but we have this move here. We're looking to put my bishop here and then threaten checkmate on him. That's our next move set. You can't take my bishop, sir. Gotta play something like that. And then we get his castle and get out of the situation. I could check. And then let's say he blocks like this. After takes, and that's just a free rook. But I think after check, he's probably just going to move his king. Okay, I actually see what he's going for. So if I take... No, sorry. If I don't take, he's going to do this. And then after takes, he has something like this, which is mate. But actually, if I take, this is just almost mate. So I can't throw in this check. So we actually have to do this to put his rook on this file first. And then once his rook is on this file, I think we can put him in check now. And then now we can move this bishop. Ooh, we almost have a pin on him. But then, wouldn't this just be checkmate? So I think actually the best move would be to do this first. And then after that, we have this move. Okay, let's say I move here, right? And what is he going to do? Take this? But then wouldn't I just have, like, this? And, like, we're really close to mate after that. I feel like I should have mate here somewhere. Okay, let's go check. Wait, and then I have this. That's just mate, right? This is literally checkmate. Wow, I knew I had checkmate there somewhere. That was a pretty beautiful game, I will say. That is a lot better than my other games I've been doing recently. Hey everyone, if you're enjoying the video, please consider subscribing. About 80% of the people who watch my videos actually aren't subscribed. It does help me a lot whenever people are subscribed, so if you have the second, please scroll down, hit that subscribe button, and enjoy the rest of the video. Alrighty everyone, let's get into our next game. We are playing black again. Same plan this game, we're going to play the King's Indian. Yep, so this is the exact situation that I explained last game. If he does do this, it's take, and then takes, and then we're going to trade the queens. The thing I do like about King's Indian is you basically play the same line every single game except for a couple of different variations. Like if they don't play this e4 here, you can just bring out the knight first, which is super nice. Okay, let's bring the bishop out to the square. Alright, let's castle. Now we could look to play something like this pawn up here, or this pawn up here, to get our queens off the board and threaten the center of the board, basically. So I think after this, takes. If he wants to take, then I can take. Then I get control of this file. But if I go here and he doesn't take, I take, and I get this fork here, kind of, but then he takes. And then I can, like, pull my Or no, I gotta go here first. So let's go here. Yeah, if he doesn't take, then we go here first, actually. That's the correct plan. He could just push, though. But that makes my dark square bishop very strong. Couple of options here. I could also break this, and after takes, I'm threatening this hanging bishop, and then if he took, I can go here, and then I have this really strong center, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then this will also allow me to get my knight out, and then I think we're gonna be winning on center control after this. And then also, as soon as I get to like moving this knight, if I reroute it. Okay, so he actually doesn't want to trade anything, basically. So what I could do is I can completely shut off his dark bishop, but I feel like that would also shut off my dark bishop if I did play something like this. So I think I might just take. And then if he takes with this, I'm not sure what we'll do then. I guess maybe trade this knight off and then have this open bishop. But if he takes here, then I'm going to move my rook here, threatening this bishop, and then also pinning this knight right here. Okay, we're going to do it just like we planned. Ugh. Reposition myself. I just recently got a new chair, so I'm still getting kind of used to it. So he does pin that knight. Let's see. I could also look to develop this bishop here. And then after that, I can bring my knight here to stabilize. So I think that's my best play here. We also have this really strong double bishop line on the left side that is just like sniping the right side. So if he does castle that way, it's going to be very strong. So he does kick me off completely. But let's see here. We might have something. So, because I feel like that's good for me, because even if I bring my bishop back, that line might open up in the future. And his pawn structure over here is completely destroyed. So he's kind of forcing himself to castle his long side. And it's just like my bishop is just going to be so strong. Like this bishop will never move. And it's just going to be putting pressure on that side of the map the whole time. And I can also... Okay, he actually does decide to castle long side. It was probably a smart idea from him. But I feel like we can look to start advancing with these pawns over here and like really get something moving here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this move here. The reason why I play that is because I want to get my bishop on this file. One, this bishop is hanging, so he might be forced to play something like this. And also, if I do get control with this bishop, then it's on a very good line here. Okay, let's see. What is he threatening? What is he really threatening with that move? Nothing much. There's nothing over here. Nothing over here. Nothing here. He might want to do something here. But what I'm thinking right now is I can go here. And then I can move my bishop here. And it's forcing this bishop to take. Because if he doesn't take, then I have this pin. So I think that's what we're going to do. And then after this, I get this like really strong dark bishop pawn structure over here. And if we trade off his light square, this line will be indestructible for him to break through. I did miss something, though, this night. That was a bad calculation from me. Oh, but that doesn't matter, because even after he takes that pawn that's hanging... no, it does matter still. But this pawn is bad, so I will win it back at some point. Also, another thing is... Okay, he actually decides to take with this queen. I feel like that's not good. Because after queen trade takes this, I can win this pawn. Oh, also after takes, this is hanging too. So he actually hung 2 pawns with that. He also hung a knight. Now that I'm actually using my eyes, he actually hung a knight with that. So now this is just like catastrophic. He's hanging this. He's hanging this. Like, he's hanging this. He just like, by taking with this queen there, he completely dismantled all of his defense. Also, if he decides to move this after I take this pawn, this pawn would be hanging now. But he decides to do that. So let us let's awaken this bishop. Let's do that. Now we are looking to do something here, and then get our knight into the game. Ooh, I have a brilliant move here. If I sack my bishop and he takes here, I have check. He has to move. Check. He has to move. Checkmate. And I don't think he saw it. Wait, I think he might have seen it. But let's say I kick this guy off, right? After takes. Then I have that bishop sack. But does he have anything? So, like, what if he goes here? But then I take. So that actually doesn't work. He might go here, though. Which still wouldn't matter as much. Because I would just move my rook, and I still have that same idea. Okay, so I think the plan can actually execute now. Sack the bishop. Brilliant move. Oh my gosh. Because he can't take that bishop. If he takes that bishop, he gets checkmated. And after check. Checkmate. I can actually pre-move it. Aura. Hands off, dude. Hands off, checkmate. Make the move. There it is. Oh my goodness. Brilliance, dude. One brilliant move, that play. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. I'm almost at 50 subscribers. I am a new channel, so every subscriber helps, and it means so much to me. Also, leave a comment if you have any recommendations for video ideas, or if you have any recommendations for my overall gameplay. But without further ado, that is all, and I'll see you tomorrow.